still there.
We're jumping
And
in the game. Who are you picking? Yeah, you got to guess now.
If I have to choose, my favorites are definitely Majesty.
All right, here we go. We'll see if your prediction is right. We got both teams jumping in. We got Bittersweet in the yellow, and in the purple, we have, of course, our amazing Nasty Majesty that you guys are predicting for the win. I don't know, man. We'll see if it happens. Salty, what are you seeing out of these team comps that you're looking at right now on the screen? Alright, well, we're going to see what's going to happen out here. I've seen the Nautilus, always one of my favorites nowadays. It seems like it's pretty overpowered. But I always like to see a good Nautilus, and Shane, of course, is a great player out here today. Although, so far, Nasty Majesty is in a bit of a hole as Bittersweet already gets the zone all the way to 49. So, a good start for them so far. Alright, I also like to see Eli out here on the roller, so that's going to be pretty interesting for me to see if he can actually pull off these kills. He's flanking right now, he's going to force out a jump, and Bittersweet holding onto the zone. It could be a quick match as Nasty Majesty goes down. They could lose this game right off the bat.
My word, we're seeing 22 left with just a little bit over a minute played, and it looks like it's going to be held down. Already one player is still down for their sweep.
Yeah, Jamoke goes down, and this is the game right here. They have no one left to get the zone. Already, we're going to see an excellent win coming out of Bittersweet. Whew. I'm pretty surprised, actually.
Yeah, sheesh.
Huh. All right, well, it looks like Bittersweet's going to pull off that first win, and it almost seemed too easy. I don't know. Like, I don't even know what to say because I was expecting this really back and forth game between both teams, and it seemed like just Bittersweet got the zone, and nothing else happened. They just held the zone the entire time.
I feel like Splat Zones is something that's really easy to just ultimately fail on very quickly. Splat Zones and Rainmaker can be very non-competitive modes, even for teams that are equal against each other. They have kind of a one-trick thing that they get done, and we saw it here. I still think we could see something crazy happening in tower control.
Yeah, I mean, Salt, what do you think? What does Nasty Majesty need to do in the second game? It seems like they didn't get anything done in that first game.
On that first game, it was kind of unfortunate. They kind of put like all their eggs into one push, if that makes any sense. All their eggs into one basket. Which, when it was like around on the right side of the map, where Jamoka and Shane both used their specials there to try to like clear out the right side of the map and try to take control of that area, and they weren't able to get any picks, which kind of halted their progress, and it kind of forced them to retreat. And that caused Bittersweet to just kind of go off on them and take two. And that was around the 50 mark, I want to say, which kind of cost them the game there. It would have been very hard to get back.
Yeah. Well, it looks like we had a player DC out of the lobby, so we're going to have to reset the lobby, giving us a little more time to maybe encourage Nasty Majesty here. Zach, what are you thinking here after getting beat that quickly? What's the turnaround? You know, what do you do as a team to say, hey, we just move on, let's go to the next match?
I don't know. It's hard to say, honestly. There's not a lot that I can really talk about there that is very redeemable for Nasty Majesty. I'm very sorry. But again, I don't think that just that one loss means that you're going to take that loss again in tower control. Something that's played completely differently. And maybe with a little bit more awareness of where your team is, and ultimately, I think staying alive would be really nice. As well.
Staying alive.
That'd be cool.
Expert tip from Zach, of course.
You're welcome.
I think too, like it's such easy in Splat Zones sometimes when you get locked out of the zone. It's like sometimes it can be very difficult to go ahead and get it back.
Right.
And so it's one of those games where if you lose it right away, you know, it's not like tower control where they're pushing into you with the tower. Yeah. It's hard to get a KO. Sometimes Splat Zones is just quick and you're done. Like you get 2 or 3 times when there's no penalty and it's easy to get shut out. So I don't think it's a really big deal. I think it's going to be pretty easy. I don't think it's going to be a blow every single game towards Bittersweet. I think they got a good push. They held the zone. And now Nasty Majesty in Game 2 in tower control is going to have a lot more back and forth, I feel like.
Right. I agree. It is a very all or nothing, not forgiving mode. And I think tower control can be a lot more forgiving and a lot more, a little bit better reflection of the work of the team rather than just a fluke.
Mm-hmm. Juno is asking why the color lock actually, funny enough, I turned off the color lock, so I don't know what turned it back to purple yellow. So hopefully we'll get a different color this time around. I even prepared new graphics for each different color that could pop up, and purple and yellow was not one of them that Splatoon said it would be. So Splatoon has been lying to me this whole time.
Guys. Why are people so fed up with color lock, though? Like, what's the big deal? Jeez.
No, they don't like the color purple and yellow.
What's the problem? That's like, I don't know. What colors are those?
All right, I'm gonna need a confirmation from Nasty Majesty. Let's see. It looks like they may be trying to sub in a player, Jax. Did one of your players, are you guys DC not able to play? Hello? Nasty Majesty, I don't know. I don't want to start it before, okay. Oh, their internet died, so sad day. Okay, Jax is subbing in for Nasty Majesty. So a little bit of curveball here, but it is the way it is. And sometimes internet, as my internet experienced last week, it just dies. So, sad day. I'm sorry, Diego. RIP.
We stand the Comcast.
Is it Comcast's fault?
Always. There's, well, I don't know. Honestly, okay. While Luke's setting this up, it's time for a Comcast talk, everybody. Okay. Comcast is not the ultimate villain, okay? It's the ultimate villain because it is the most expensive, but overall, I think it is the most reliable.
Okay.
Maybe not like compared to like a Google Fiber or something, but like in this area, you know, you're stuck with Comcast, and it is for the most part pretty reliable. I tried CenturyLink for a while. Trash poop garbage. Trash poop garbage.
There you have it. The commentary from Zach. Don't choose CenturyLink. Salty, what do you think? Weigh in here. Say that again.
A good friend of mine on Discord. He's watching the stream and he just called out Diego for being a Smash player for having bad internet. I thought I would share that.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't know that was a connection to bad internet, but I guess.
Right. Diego, we're sorry about your dial-up.
I feel like the more you play Splatoon, the worse your internet actually gets, though.
Yeah.
Like, if you go to Twitter and you just do the hashtag Splatoon, almost half the tweets are just complaints about the internet.
Yeah, right. It's just Comcast saying, all right, you know, all they're playing is Splatoon. We'll give them a little bit less.
All right. Well, we are 10 seconds away from match 2 finally starting up. Sorry about those internet issues. Bittersweet trying to go for 2-0 in a row. Nasty Majesty trying to pull it back and at least go in 1-1 in Game 3. We'll see what happens, but our teams are ready to go, so let's jump straight into the action.
Pog.
All right, here we go. Match number 2 underway. We have of course, blue versus green. Blue is Nasty Majesty, while Bittersweet in the green, already up 1-0. Let's see if this happens. Salty, what are you seeing changing from these teams in their team comps?
Yeah, blaster, you know, at all in this game, especially in range blaster as well. Other than that, these comps seem fairly normal. All these weapons have the reason to be on the field today.
Yeah, one thing that I wanted to ask you about is Pepe here on this Kensa Splattershot Jr. A lot of people saying it's not really a typical weapon you see, but it seems like Pepe is in love with this weapon. What do you think about it?
I remember, now that I think about it, I forgot what tournament that I watched. But there are like a few top players who do play this weapon, and it's one of those weapons that are very hard to pick up. But once you do, they have a lot of thanks to the bubbles that it has a lot of explosive power.
Well, Pepe right now against Shane. Let's see who wins. Shane with a couple kills in a row. He's trying to pull it back for his team. I'm sure he felt a little bit angry after that first match as team captain. He wanted that win. Not seeing it yet, but all of a sudden he's getting 3 and looking for kill number 4 in a row. Of course, I have to caster curse him, and he does go down there to Eli on that blaster.
We are already seeing the beautiful back and forth, a little bit more cohesiveness from both teams, and definitely, like you said, the anger of Shane is maybe what's going to give him the win, give him the dub this round.
Mako trying to get some snipes. He's in pressure if Eli has to jump out there, and it looks like for now, Nasty Majesty is going to hold on to that slow, slight lead, but Eli with a double kill, I think just off his missiles right there.
Yeah, my word.
It's not often you see missiles getting that many kills in a row.
Oh, and Shane goes down once more. We're seeing a little bit of back and forth, and this tower is about to pass checkpoint 1.
They all go down there.
Oh, no.
The only one left alive. They did not get the lead, but really, it's only 79 to 82, so it's not like there's a big lead for either team, although Jax is pushing that tower the other way.
No checkpoint passed yet. We're about halfway through the second game.
Looks like both teams just don't know how to actually get a push going. It seems like both teams are getting killed and then losing all their team and then throwing it back the other way.
Guys, no one took my advice. Don't die. Come on.
Spoon with a nice important kill there before the Ink Armor is popped by Jamocha. That's going to help at least a little bit Bittersweet get the push going back the other way. We'll see if they use that Stingray to help. But Spoon is kind of trapped on the tower right now. They are going to get the lead right now. So right now, Bittersweet pulling just ahead right now.
Man, oh man. 2 minutes left, but there is still much that can happen. Checkpoint has been passed. Only one checkpoint this entire game. It's very easy.
Very back and forth. Driftwood trying to go and get the kill on the bucket. Does get Jax, and now they're going to have a chance to get through. Maybe if they can get towards the second checkpoint, it will be enough. It doesn't seem like Nasty Majesty is able to get those pushes back and forth. Driftwood going to have to push out back there. So now, we'll see. I think the Nasty Majesty is feeling some pressure with only a minute and a half left right now.
Salty, what is your gut saying? Can Nasty Majesty pull out from this?
Well, based off of the map, the first 2 checkpoints on this map are very hard to push because they're so easily defendable by the enemy team. However, if you get past both of those checkpoints, it's really easy to snowball into a playground. So I feel like it just comes down to whichever team pushes to that second checkpoint and
Yeah, nice stamp by Jax. You don't see the Kinsa Octobrush too much, but if he can make it work, then that's going to be good for Nasty Majesty, although he does go down as I call him out. I got to stop calling out these people because they always seem to die right when I call out their name.
Checkpoint 1 has been passed for Nasty Majesty, and I think, like Salty said, it's important to get past that checkpoint before your opponent gets past and double checkpoints you. You got 45 seconds on the clock.
45 seconds. Jamocha does get the pick. That's going to be huge for Nasty Majesty. A 3v3 on the map. They need a couple more picks if they want to get this checkpoint. Jamocha with the armor, but not using it quite yet.
Lots of green on the map. Blue has a chance to pull through. Oh my
Eli,
word.
double kill right there. Can he get the triple right here? He does get the direct. That is going to be a wipe for Nasty Majesty. I think Bittersweet with the Eli plays right there are going to close out game number 2.
Gosh. You got 10 seconds. Is there a chance of overtime?
Drift with a double kill, I believe, before going down to Shane. It doesn't look like Nasty Majesty is even going to be able to get on the tower in time. 3 seconds left. Shane trying to do it, but they're not going to allow. And Bittersweet getting the second game as well.
Guys. Jeez.
Wow. I am pretty shocked here so far. It was a much closer game, 25 to 45. It wasn't like a blowout we saw in first game. But Bittersweet, again, Eli with 18 splats on this blaster. My goodness. Holy cow. Man, Salty. You were saying that that blaster pick was a little bit out of the ordinary, but it seemed to work out. Why do you think that was?
or generally those who choose, a range blaster pretty much know how to do it very well. It's a weapon that... It's...
Oh, sorry, Salty,
it's a
can you
weapon
say that again? I accidentally had you muted. Go again.
That's unfortunate. Basically, it's a weapon that's not really used because it's super hard. It's super hard to use, and it doesn't offer that much value. However, for those who stick with it anyways, it can be a very formidable weapon to use. And they use it incredibly well. Its main weakness is that against most weapons, especially like pretty much any weapon that does really well in 1v1s, it kind of falters there. But if that blaster is necessarily never put in that type of situation, it can really pop off at certain instances.
Yeah, I mean, 18 splats is no joke. I mean, that's how many Zach gets in a total year. So.
Yeah. Unless I'm playing Clan Blitz.
You get more splats for Clan Blitz?
Absolutely. I'm a connoisseur, guys.
Okay. Well, as we approach Game 3, Nasty Majesty down 0-2 in this first matchup versus Bittersweet. Salty was predicting them as the top team of our entire league. Man. Bittersweet showing up, but if Nasty Majesty can pull one game back, at least they just come out of this matchup with a 1-2 record versus a 0-3. So I'm feeling like this is a pretty big match for Nasty Majesty, not just for their record, but for their confidence as well.
Right. Nasty Majesty gets to play another round today, though?
Yeah,
correct?
right after this, they're playing Mirage.
Yeah, so we'll see something crazy there of maybe they're able to take that dub.
Well, we are 6 seconds away. Zach, do you think Nasty Majesty can do it?
No.
I love your one-word responses. No explanation never is from Zach, but that's just the kind of analyst he is. Our teams are ready, though. Cosby is at least predicting a total Clan Blitz wipe. Let's see if that happens. Jumping into game number 3 here. Of course, again, we have Nasty Majesty in the magenta this time around. And in the green, you're going to see, of course, Bittersweet. So, I'm excited to see if we can get some good action getting going. Anything, Salty, you want to point out as far as weapons and team comp choices here?
As demonstrated, like in the last game, Pepe on that Kenza Jr., like they're really strong with that weapon. Like I said before, that most other weapons in general are pretty hard to pick up, but they offer a lot of value if you're in like put the time to learn them, and definitely like Pepe is clearly very good with his levels.
Yeah, Jamoka with a nice kill there to stop that second Clan Blitz coming through. That would have put the score at 60. Instead, Bittersweet with that first push only gets it to 80, so it's not really that big of a push. And I think Nasty Majesty is going to be feeling fine so far. Eli, though, I'm kind of excited to see Eli again on another blast. He started out that game, we didn't get a chance to pull up, with a double kill right off the bat to get that push going.
It was quite insane. I was seeing some crazy stuff from Jamoka, too. Just turning around, doing 180 flexes on the other team here. Crazy stuff, guys.
We'll see if Nasty Majesty can get another defense off here. Another super clamp for Bittersweet. They are going to super jump in with those bubbles. Mako with a triple kill. It's going to stop it, and their score is only 70 now. So at least a good defense by Mako, and maybe a counter push chance right here. Can they get it going? Pepe on the defense this time.
70 is definitely something to be concerned about. Something to keep in mind, but it's definitely far from a loss.
Shane with the bubble going in. Sorry, with the baller, I rather meant. Shane with the Nautilus trying to get that second Clan Blitz in. They're not going to be able to get it. 80 to 70 is now the score. Both teams making some good defenses, even though they've let the basket open.
Yep. Football is still there. It's good to go. It's gone now. Barrier is open again. We're looking 60 to 80. Probably a couple more being thrown in.
Yeah, Salty. It looks like Bittersweet is able to get this clam basket open time and time again. Why do you think that is, that they're able to get so many super clams? Already 3 baskets open for them. Oh, there you go.
Generally, they're just able to just kind of halt Nasty Majesty and push them back every time they try to push forward, which is actually kind of interesting considering that Nasty Majesty opted for a comp that's really good at controlling the map with the Custom Junior and the
and another score coming in by Nasty Majesty here, almost taking the lead. Looks like they're going to be a couple clams short unless Shane can pull
Oh,
off.
there's a chance here.
Slide moves, one away.
Oh.
Gets stopped by Driftwood though on that Hydra Splatling. 60-61, boys. We got a crazy match coming in today with 1 minute and 50 seconds left.
I wish we could have seen this as match 1. I think maybe even having this as match 1 would have been what would have given the win to Nasty Majesty. I think it was really hard for them to take that first loss.
33 clams though for Bittersweet. They have 2-3 going. Can they get the KO? They're 4 points away. They do get a stop. No, and Pepe throws in the last 2 out of nowhere.
You're kidding me!
All 3 clams going in for Bittersweet there. And all of a sudden they take it down from 60 to 0. Just like that. I am shook after that one. What a crazy match there.
What?
I mean, it was so close, right? It was back and forth, both getting them
the
open,
whole time.
60-61.
My
And I think we were thinking this is going to be that overtime game.
Yeah.
This is going to be the game that comes down to the last second. And all of a sudden, they had 35 clims gathered up, one push, using their bubbles, using that storm, and they score it all. I mean, Salty, how do you think they pulled that off there in the last minute?
Well, they had map control for quite a while, and they also had at least like 1 to 2 pities after the push from Nasty Majesty, and all it took was just Pepe's amazing positioning with his Kenza Jr. or KJR, and the bubbles. That just allowed everyone to jump to him and score all those clams.
Wow. Well, congrats to Bittersweet. Zach, we were saying one of these matchups right here, this first match today could determine who is the best team in the league so far. Do you think it is Bittersweet after sweeping Nasty Majesty?
Okay, listen. Might be a hot take, but I'm not willing to say that Bittersweet is the best team in this league until I see them beat regular gamers.
Okay, even though regular gamers went 2-1?
Yeah. I just need to see Bittersweet take down, even though they weren't the first season's champion.
Okay.
I think it's still important to see that win. I think that solidifies them as the best. Maybe, based on score-wise, they're doing good. They're doing all right.
Yeah.
Well, they're plugging along.
They're going to finish week 2 right after this with a 6-0 record.
That's pretty insane.
Now, the only other team that has a chance to tie them up is this next match coming up, Nasty Majesty versus Mirage. So we're going to see that on the other side of the break. Congrats to both teams.